Welcome back to the United States of Brazil, Veterans Travel Guide. Well, for veterans and for everyone else, my name is Stone, 52-year-old veteran, retired from Arizona, moved to Fortaleza, Brazil. This is the United States of Brazil studios, not the worst studios in the world. Today, we're going to talk about credit, credit cards, and cruise ships. And you're wondering why I'm talking about cruise ships with credit and credit cards. Because I'm not a smart man. And the only thing that made sense to me trying to figure out credit cards was cruise ships. And I'll explain to you why. First off, getting credit, it's not that hard in Brazil. It's not like the United States. Your Social Security doesn't follow you. You get a CPF number, so you're basically starting all over again. You will get a small percentage of credit, maybe 1,000 American dollars. You can work your way up, just like in America. Keep paying off your bills, try not to pay off the minimums, try to pay them all off. You'll create more credit. I do keep my bank account in America, along with my telephones and everything else, and I transfer money from Wise into my bank account in Brazil, one of my two bank accounts in Brazil. Now in Brazil, when you get a credit card, unlike America, with my Itaú bank, it's all in one card. So it's a MasterCard debit and it's a actual MasterCard credit card. You use two different pins or two different, codes. And when you go to buy something, you either say credito or debito, credit or debit. So debit has one code, credit has another code. So I have on my Itaú card a MasterCard and a MasterCard debit. On my new bank card, I have a new bank debit MasterCard and a debit new bank. I do have a separate credit card, my Latam credit card, and that's to create mileage because I do fly back and forth between America and here every 6 months, and I fly in Latam. So why not get extra miles? You're going to want to fill out for an actual credit card away from the banks, even though it is the banks who are supporting the card, after you get your regular credit card and establish some sort of credit with the bank. It's pretty quick, but they just want to make sure you have money coming and going. Now you ask me, well, what does a cruise ship have to do with credit cards? When I got here, everyone kept telling me, oh, you need a credit card, so you can pay it either all at once in 3 installments, in 6 installments, in 12 installments. You get a 3 installments interest free or 6 installments interest free. Some places, if they're bigger purchases, it's 12 installments interest free. I'm like, oh, great, woo! And my computer died, and I had to get it fixed. So I had to pay a big bill for my computer. So I said, okay, use my credit card to pay the bill. They took the whole balance. Now I said I wanted to pay for it in 6 installments. They said no problem, you can pay for it in 6 installments. Whatever the price was, stupid number, 100 real every month. You pay 100 real every month, and it goes back to your credit limit. I'm like, okay. So I paid for it, and they took the whole balance. But they took the whole balance off my limit. So now I have no more to spend. And I didn't understand this. I'm like, why is this such a good thing? I mean, this is basically, why not just pay for it now if I'm going to have it taken off my whole limit? Why would I want to pay for it every 6 months, 12 months? I get it now if you're not making a lot of money and you have to buy a big purchase, you're not strapped with making that 3, 4, 5, 6,000 real payment you make the payment all at once off your credit, but then you pay for it smallly. I'm telling you guys, I argued and argued and argued. So this is what I came up with. This is my beautiful handwriting. Ooh. Okay. Bear with me. See if this makes sense. This is why I use cruise ships as an analogy for America in here. Okay. America, Brazil. If I have a credit card in America that has a $2,000 limit, which in Brazil is about 11,000 real. So this would be an 11,000 real credit limit in Brazil, a $2,000 credit limit in America. Let's say the cruise ship was $2,000 or 11,000. in Brazil side. In America, if I use my credit card, Royal Caribbean, anyone else, asks me for a down payment. It's a $200 down payment. Royal Caribbean takes their $200, says, okay, you're going to pay the rest of it off a month before the cruise, and you're done. You still have $1,800 left in your credit limit to spend. Not in Brazil. In Brazil, they take the 11,000 real as a down. And then they ask you if you want to pay for it once, 3, 6, 12. If you decide 12 months, it's 916 real a month. Okay? But what you're left with is you're left with a credit limit of 0. That 11,000 credit limit that you had was taken when you bought that cruise, which left you 0. Now, if you pay the $916 a month, of course, it will put $916 back on your credit limit. Next month, $916, it'll take $916 back on your credit limit. You can't put a down payment and pay for it however you want like you can in America. If you want it, they take the credit as long as you have the limit. You can option to pay for it, interest free or not. Pay for it by month, and they will keep adding that money back to your limit until you get back down to 0. Basically, that leaves you nothing to spend with. In America, you still have $1,800 to spend with. It took a minute to get used to. And yes, I did get in trouble the first time. I'm like, oh, great, I bought this big thing and put it on 6 payments and kept looking at my account, and I'm like, why did they take it all out? It should have came out in 6 separate payments. No. It came out as one payment. And I did that a couple times. And then I got behind the 8 ball. So I had to dig myself out of that hole. I really, if you were living off a government paycheck or anything like that, and yes, you do live a great life, budget. And the only way you're going to budget is if you know how credit works in Brazil. That's how credit works. Don't get in trouble thinking, oh, I'm going to buy this 3,000-4,000 real piece of equipment or TV, and I can pay for it for 6 times. They said I could pay for it 6 times at this amount of money with no interest. Nope. They're taking it out at one time. And then you have no credit to buy anything else. So please be careful. The country is different. All right. They do their banking different. It works for the people here in Brazil. And it doesn't sound like it works for us in America because it's not the way we're taught. It works for people in Brazil because if they don't make a lot of money, they're able to buy that purchase they need, washer, refrigerator, TV, car, whatever they need. And yes, it takes it off their credit. But for them, being able to pay for 6 times at 0 interest or 3 times at 0 interest, a very little amount each month, it's easier for them to pay for it each month, and it puts that credit right back into their limit. So the limit does come back up, it just comes back very slowly. In America, they just leave the limit and take it once, and the computer say, we'll just keep hitting your card for this every month. It doesn't work that way. So folks, be very careful, be very mindful. Credit cards work much differently here. If you want to get on a cruise here, yeah, you're going to either have to pay for it all or do what I did and find a cruise in America where you put $200 down. But the other thing is, and please, one more thing since we're going to cruise ships. If you have an American address and you have an American bank account, it's easy to use a VPN and go into an American site like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Celebrity, Princess, MSC. They will offer you cruises in America that you can't get here in Brazil. I tried. I looked up a Carnival cruise out of Cape or Port Canaveral that I know is there. in America, but you can't get it in Brazil. They will not offer it. So you actually literally have to go to an American site. Yes, you were able to use your Brazilian credit card to put the down payment, which I think is completely hilarious. But you had to go into an American website to find that cruise, to book that cruise, and to get that cruise. And you had to be an American to do it. Now, yeah, you can take your friend who's Brazilian or whatever you need to, but you have to be American to do it. There are cruises offered here in Brazil, and the funny thing is, in America, there's no more, I mean, there's cruise agencies, but not like there are here. Here, there's like a tour cruise group agency like on almost every corner. America used to have those. You walk in, they get on the computer, they take care of it for you, they take care of your airfare, your hotel, everything. We had those in America, what, 20 plus years ago? We don't have them anymore, but they're all over the place here. It's a little bit different, but you can find them out here, out of Rio, out of Sao Paulo, out of Argentina, all over South America. But if you want the American deals, you got to go into America. All right, guys. Again, like, subscribe, share. Tell me you love me. Tell me you hate me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you don't want. Tell me what you want. Yeah, I'm not going to get copyright infringement by saying that song. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. From my heart to yours, in this beautiful ocean paradise. Have a great day. Voltage.